Well, hi YouTubers, hi, I'm back with the 40 Years of Mills and Boone, and I generally liked this one. I did. Wow, go to me. So, it's by Melanie Milburne. It's called A Virgin for a Vow. It's a Mills and Boone modern, and let me read the blurb. Here we go. Lana's top relationship columnist, Abby Hart, can't tell anyone her biggest secret, and not only is her perfect fiancé entirely fictional, she's also utterly untouched. Invited to attend a prestigious charity ball with her husband-to-be, she throws herself upon the mercy of brooding millionaire Luke Shelverton. After his own engagement ended tragically, Luke is reluctant to take credit for Abby's diamond ring. To protect her reputation, he agrees to a convenient arrangement, except Abby's effervescence kindles a fire. He's tempted to indulge, and recovering her innocence compels Luke to initiate his temporary fiancé into all the sinful delights of the bridal bed, celebrating Melanie Milburne's 75th book of Mills and Boone. Okay, now it's a Mills and Boone modern. It's set in London, which I liked, and I actually enjoyed this book. I will give Melanie Milburne some due. She can really turn a phrase. In fact, my issue with this book is that it's not longer. There's some really, really deep themes in this book which really could have been explored in more depth. Now, I've mentioned Fiona Harper previously, because Fiona Harper is the finest author, in my opinion, to ever come out of Mills and Boone. And now her stuff, where she's away from the formula, if you will, is much better. It's actually went from there to there. Melanie Milburne is a very, very good author, and I would love to see her take on stuff that's not Mills and Boone, if you will. So, and then she has, let me know. So, let me start with the blurb, okay? Right. Right, this is when Abby's talking to her colleague here about the ball. Right. Everyone thought Abby was engaged to a childish sweetheart. Everyone at work, everyone online, everyone on the flipping planet. Thought she was engaged. But she didn't have a childish sweetheart. She hadn't had a proper childhood. Not unless you could be shunted in and out of foster homes since you were 5 years old of childhood. Abby, have you sent time for... Hey, haven't you sent your RSVP for the ball yet? Wasn't the deadline a week ago? Sabrina from Fashion asked with a frown. I know, I'm still waiting to hear back from my fiancé about it. He's super busy with work stuff right now. But surely he's taking you to the ball, Sabrina said. I mean, that's what fiancé does, right? That's the night everyone finally gets to meet your mysterious Mr. Perfect. That's why the ball has always been such a massive sellout. I think it's so cool how you've always called him that in your column and blog. You created a mystery about his identity. It's like London's best kept secret. Because it doesn't exist. Abby, when she was applying for this position as a relationship columnist, made him up. And it's quite interesting, okay, because people who like agony aunts and all that, the stuff they say, what's about their lives that is that real? I mean, I like the fact that it kind of, in a way, is like a historical look, okay, on columnists. It's kind of like when you read in a magazine and talking about how someone went from rags to riches, and it makes it seem so simple. It's kind of like, well, I went to Oxford and Cambridge and took a loan out from Daddy, and now, okay, I'm filthy, filthy rich, even though I am always rich, you know? Yeah, you move to privilege, now even more privilege, okay? So, I like the fact that Kingdom kind of deconstructs that in a way, that Abby is actually just a massive fraud. But she has to be. Her mother, I say this now, her mother was a junkie and a prostitute. She died of an overdose when Abby was 5. She was sent to her father, who basically dumped her, okay, and treated her bad. And she's guarded because of it. Now, Luke, his fiancée, died the night after they actually broke up, okay? And it kind of fulfilled the part of the grieving boyfriend or future husband-to-be of this woman. And he's just a mess. He kind of blames himself for it because it's a very kind of complicated relationship, if you will. And so Luke is obviously a millionaire because it's a Mills and Boone novel. He's a millionaire. He agrees to go with her. Okay, she's in a dress. Gets to her kind of wow, you look great in a dress. And he starts to fall for her. She kind of starts to melt his, grinchy heart that day. Right. I mean, this bit here. This is what I mean by Abby's mentality and why I think that Melanie Milburne is actually a pretty good writer. Even Abby's surname was a stage name because she had more skeletons in the closet than she had clothes. She didn't want anyone putting her real surname in a search engine and linking to a now deceased drug addict prostitute a man currently in jail for assault with a deadly weapon. She couldn't bear reliving the shame all over again. Being reminded that she'd never been loved as a child, should be loved, never protected as a child, should be protected, never wanted. Abby just wants to be loved. She just wants to be loved. And Luke, I think he just needs to love someone. So they go to this ball, okay? And Luke is kind of, now even though Luke is in a business one, he's a millionaire, he's not used to the cameras, he's a very, very private person. And of course, at this game, being the Mr. Perfect mystery fiancé of Abby Hart, he gets a lot of attention. This bit here. This bit here. And this is a weird kind of info dump. Hey, aren't you Luke's Shelverton from Shelverton Robotics? Another male journalist asked. You're the guy who designed that amazing technology that revolutionised complex neurosurgery all around the world. Info dump. Info dump. Yeah, that's correct. Right. So he goes to the limelight, gets the camera. He basically is like the opposite of her. He's like, no pictures, no interviews. I'm a very private person, and Abby's like, yeah, that's kind of not what my job is. Okay, and then at this fantastic ball gala, there's a competition for a week away on a private island, and guess that actually Luke wins it. Luke wins it. Okay, right. Right, and after the ball, and they dance and have a great time. This bit here. This bit here. Right. Right, what were you going to tell me? Here we go. She pressed her lips together for a moment and then swallowed. I've never done it. Then she did a shocking, wild-eyed thing and slapped both of her hands over her mouth as she regretted her words. You mean you never had sex on the beach? Anywhere. You're a virgin? Yep. She was a virgin. Abby Hart, the relationship and dating expert, was a virgin. Why the hell hadn't she been intimate with anyone? She was 23 years old. My smaller girl lost her virginity well before then. She had religious reasons for being celibate. Right, so, and then after, I love this, it's so contrived. Basically, Abby's flat is like a gas leak, so she can't go back. And so Luke is, she's still in the ball gown here. Luke says, stay at mine, okay? And then they're both a little bit drunk. Luke has a cracking headache. And they get close, okay, but actually they're both resistant. They're both resistant. And Luke wakes up in the night with a splitting headache. And Abby kind of turns to him, and they wind up in bed together, but not like that, okay? Not like that. Okay, right. And the next day, Luke totally calls her out on it because he's drunk and he has headache issues. Okay, migraines, right. And Luke totally calls her out on this. He totally does. Okay, because he's not in the right state of mind at the time. Okay. Thought you whip your clothes off and jump into bed with me. His tone could have been more scathing than if he'd been reprimanded a rebellious teenager. For God's sake, Abby, I could have. Damn it, Abby, I could have hurt you. Okay? Best to do is spoon, but he calls her out, okay, on a basic stupidity at this, okay, for doing that. And then they discuss a fling. And the fact is, okay, that Abby is up for it. Okay, Luke is resistant to it because she's in her 20s, his sister's best friend. He doesn't want to basically destroy her, but it's Abby. Abby who basically says, I want this. Now, for a virgin, Abby's with someone she's comfortable with, so enough okay to actually want to have sex with him. So, right, this bit here, okay? You want more than I can give. I'm asking you to sleep with me. Why not? Sorry, I'm asking you to sleep with me, not marry me, and have your babies. Why is having a fling with me so unthinkable for you? So, and the fact is that everyone knows, okay, this isn't a fling. Even Ella, the sister, when she calls, and Abby actually confesses the truth about her past to her. No, this isn't a fling. And she's actually stoked, okay, her brother and best mate are going to get together. This bit here. Right. Oh my God, Ella said when his silence went on for too long. Don't tell me you actually slept with my brother. Okay. Well, that's marvellous. Ella's voice wasn't far off a squeal. He hasn't slept with anyone since Kimberly. I'm sure of that. He hasn't been on a date I'm aware of. Well done you. They get excited. A strange little pang stuck Abby in the belly. We're having a 1 week fling. Fling schming, Ella said. You're not the type of girl to have a fling. If you were, you would have had one by now. pulls her out on it. This fling is not a fling. So they go to this gorgeous tropical island, okay, where they're waited on by themselves. Luke takes Abby out to buy some nice clothes, new clothes. It's all on him because he's a millionaire. Basically pampers her. She's not going to go check she's resistant, okay, to the cost of this. And they on an island, okay, wearing and getting drunk and having lots of sex. And Abby falls in love with him. And the fact is, okay, Luke starts pulling away a bit because Luke can't deal. And the fact is, okay, Luke, when it says, well, the thing's over and I meet someone new, Luke gets jealous because it's dawned on him, oh my gosh, she's going to meet someone else. She's going to meet someone else now, okay? Right, let's be here. Right. Luke's mind drifted back to the conversation with Abby by the pool. It wasn't sure what her motive was in talking about them running into each other in the future, as she wanted him to consider the fact that she was bound to meet someone else and make him jealous at the thought of her bringing a new man home to meet his family. Why would he be jealous? She had a perfect right to get on with her life once their fling was over. That was the deal. 1 week and 1 week only. Oh yeah, oh yeah. But then Luke has to go back to, as in putting away, he goes back to London, and Abby drops this bomb. Okay? Make time, Luke. This is important to me. You can't just dash back to London as the last few days didn't happen. Didn't they mean anything to you? Don't I mean anything to you? Not in the photos you post online, Abby, so how would I know I'm not here with you? But I will know, Abby said. I'll be here wishing you were with me because I love you. Stop it right now. I won't stop. Abby tried to keep her tone calm. I can't hide it or pretend anymore. I love you. The last 2 days have been cemented it for me. I don't want nothing to end when a week is over. I want to be with you forever. Oh my god, yeah. So in this 1 week fling, okay, of Abby opening up, and Abby actually writes an article confessing the truth about her past and what happened to her, and she doesn't care anymore, okay? She's actually being honest, okay? As you get together, and Luke proposes to her, and they live happy ever after, and it ends a year later with them just back on the tropical island, celebrating their anniversary, and Abby's pregnant. So, but I liked, now even though it is a formatting Mills and Boone, I liked Abby, okay? It takes a while to really kind of get going, okay? For the untropical island again, having more sex, but I like the fact, okay, that Abby, she takes control of her sexuality. She's has such a horrible past. She's ready to move on and just kind of feel what everyone else feels and love like everyone else loves. And she gets a guy, okay, basically once his Grinch heart melts and starts blaming himself for Kimberly's death, does that. So she gets the family that she's always wanted. So I generally like this book. I liked it. A Virgin for Val by Melanie Milburne, your 75th for Mills and Boone. Kudos. And I actually think you're wasted on Mills and Boone. Let's sign off here. Bye now.